Welcome back to Evil Adele Life Lessons, where we dissect real life cases to extract invaluable insights for your business and personal life. Today, returning our focus to a recent high profile incident involving Sean Kingston and his mother, who were arrested for their alleged roles in a series of scams. Sean Kingston, once a chart topping artist known for his hit, Beautiful Girls, and his mother allegedly engaged in fraudulent activities that led to their arrest. This case brings to light the critical importance of integrity in both personal and professional
When I
realms.
seen the little thing that just happened, and the guy on the news was saying, he's like, "Oh yeah, he'll tell you he's gonna introduce you to Justin Bieber and Chris Brown, all this shit." I started laughing because that's the same shit he told me in 2017.
He has basically a sales pitch that he goes through to defraud people. He induces them into giving him really expensive things. We know that our property is inside this house right here.
I want to say shout out to Drea O. I believe that's her name, Drea O Show, for doing this interview with the jeweler who Sean Kingston scammed. His name is AP the jeweler. Watch the video, watch this interview all the way to the end, and let me know if you are as shocked as I am, because this is just watch it and leave your comments in the comment section and let me know if you are as shocked as I am.
He didn't send me what I wanted, but he did send me a deposit, so I did go out there to LA to meet him. I already had a room booked. This was supposed to be a 3-day transaction, and I stayed up staying up there for a month.
Whoa.
Caught a homicide out there,
What?
and then came back down here to Miami, and then ended up on First 48 down here because of that shit over there, and they had to fight a whole homicide case. It was just crazy. But make a long story short, I went out there. I had a room booked. He had a driver pick me up from the airport. I went to his house. His whole family's there. Now his whole family scam artists. His mom is the biggest scam artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a genuine person. I had genuine love for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they just, like, there was $500,000 worth of jewelry. He wanted a couple watches for his team, but mainly everything for him. They picked me up from the airport with the driver, drove me straight to the mansion in Hollywood Hills. I'm thinking this is their house. What they do is they rent mansions. I showed him the jewelry, whatever. He liked it, he wanted it, but he didn't have all the money. He maybe had like 40 or 50 grand. So every day, now it's like, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get more money tomorrow. Oh, I got a check coming in. Oh, I got this coming in." But mind you, while he's doing this, he's spending thousands and thousands of dollars on lean. He's like, "I'm about to sell my Range Rover and go to Jamaica to do a show. When I come back, I'll give you the rest of the money. Stay in our house. You got the private chef. You got whatever you need." I'm like, "Just sign the car over to me to knock the tab down." He's like, "All right." So his mom, it was in his mom's name. His mom signed the car over to me. That shit was a scam. They still owe money on the car. They can't even legally sell the car. They left to Jamaica. I'm sitting in the house. I hear somebody like coming up the step. It's a lady, and she's showing people the house. Like, and she's like, "Oh," she's like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Who are you?" I told Janice everybody has to leave by 4 p.m. on Wednesday. And Janice is his mom. "Oh, what you mean?" She's like, "This is an Airbnb, honey. They don't own this house." When I seen the little thing that just happened, and the guy on the news was saying, he's like, "Oh yeah, he'll tell you he's gonna introduce you to Justin Bieber and Chris Brown, all this shit." I started laughing because that's the same shit he told me in 2017. It's crazy because I treated people so good. I showed them so much love. You know what I'm saying? I showed them so much love, and they still burn you and fuck you over. You with them for a month. I know the way they move. You know what I'm saying? I literally lived in the same house with them for a month. I will wake up, walk up to her and say, "Good morning, mama," and give her a hug and kiss. And that's the relationship we had at the time.
So
Well, because I went to the feds for 4 years.
for that,
I lost everything. And my right-hand man, somebody who I met in the streets, who was my driver, this guy was my driver. I hired this guy as my driver. We got real close because he was my driver. I gave him a job as my personal assistant. He was my personal assistant for about 6 months. And when I got arrested by the feds, this guy fucking robbed me, like took everything
What?
from me. He stole everything in I had 2 properties. He stole everything out of my house, my storage locker, and some things out of a jewelry store. Not to mention he stole $814,000 cash.
Wow.
And about another $1 million in jewelry, and then $1 million in clothes and accessories.
Whoa. And he knew where everything was because he was your assistant, obviously.
He's my assistant.
Remember, protecting yourself is not selfish, it is necessary. Trust wisely, act cautiously, and prioritize your well being. By doing so, you create a safer and more supportive environment for your personal growth. In a world where appearances often deceive, it is crucial to remember that status is not everything. First, let's talk about trust. When it comes to status, whether due to wealth, position, or fame, does not equate to integrity. High status might just mean better masks. Always seek substance over surface. Verify the claims, demand transparency, and listen to your intuition. If something feels off, chances are it probably is. And here's my little 2 cents that you did not ask for, but I know some people are probably going to bash me for this. But when it comes to Jamaicans, they are very slick. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them, based on my personal encounters are very slick and cunning. Okay? His mom, after doing this research and learning some of the things that she's done, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. To me, this sounds like the average Jamaican parent to a degree. All parents are not the same. So I'm just saying based on my experience. So when it comes to them, you have to be very, very careful. Okay? I grew up around them. So, anywho, keep your eyes open and your purse closed. Here's a lesson for you. To protect yourself from scams, here are a few practical tips. Educate yourself. Know the common types of scams and how they work. That's number 1. Number 2, verify information. Double check sources and never share personal details impulsively. And number 3, use secure methods, whether financial transactions or data sharing. Ensure the methods are secure. Dealing with toxic family members is another subject. We're probably going to save that for another day. But remember to protect your energy. I'm just going to throw this lesson out there. Protect your energy by setting boundaries. Clearly define what is acceptable and what isn't in your interactions. Okay? Limiting exposure. Reduce the time spent with those who drain your energy. Seeking support. Lean on friends or professionals who can offer perspective and guidance. And this is where I feel like Sean Kingston failed at. I feel like he put so much trust and guidance into his mom. Like, if you come on, not we always know when our parents or friends or family are toxic. We know the toxic traits were there, the signs were there. It was obvious, so I feel like they're both in cahoot. I don't care if that is his mother. She was toxic from the beginning, and obviously he picked up those toxic traits too. Okay? So overall, remember this if you don't remember anything else. Okay? Protecting yourself isn't selfish. It is necessary. Trust wisely, act cautiously, and prioritize your well-being. By doing so, you create a safer and more supportive environment for your personal growth. Okay, thank you for listening. Stay aware, stay safe, and keep thriving in the face of challenges.